It's really interesting that the current administration is going to speed up federal permitting, federal regulations, but we still have state permitting and regulations and lots of other bureaucracies that will slow things down. And our supply chain is physical. So this is all really relevant conversation as we talk about reshoring.
Let me get one more thing in here. Whether they're building an Intel factory somewhere, semiconductor and all that, do we have the labor to do the infrastructure you're expert at? Or do we have the labor to actually run the companies better than you do 3 miles west of Hong Kong?
It's very interesting, and that sort of lends itself to the big uncertainty. Construction labor has, I believe, the highest percentage of foreign-born workers. So my friends that are directly in the construction industry right now are seeing labor shortages be exacerbated by some of the policies. And yes.
Yes, we go to surveillance construction expert Paul Sweeney here. How about that bathroom redo right now?
Oh, looking solid, although we're still waiting for a couple of things. Talk about
July.
Tom, talk about construction. The Gateway project, the coming into the what's going to be the new Lincoln, the new tunnel, the railroads. Unbelievable what they built in just this couple years' time.
It's really cool.
Again, the progress that they've made out there building that new railroad thing in North Jersey is pretty cool. What we've been dealing with over the last couple of months, Aaron, has been economic policy coming out of Washington that we're hearing across the board, whether it's talks of tariffs or changes in immigration policies, creating a level of uncertainty out there for everybody. How do you guys reflect that in your data at the conference board? What are your companies that you talk to? What are they saying?
So our companies are members of the conference board. What we're hearing from them is, of course, uncertainty, but it is creating, I don't want to use the word paralysis, but it is creating an extreme slowdown in decision making. And that slowdown, we think, will ripple into the economy and cause an economic slowdown.
And Tom was just calling out the UBS chief executive. He's over in London. He's saying, hey, basically their M&A stuff is frozen. I mean, because people don't know what to do. How about consumer confidence? Because here in the U.S., that's 70% of our economy is kind of the consumer. What's your data showing?
So the conference board is very well known for our consumer confidence index, and it sort of dipped for the first time into what we would consider recessionary possible territory. We are not calling for a recession, but consumers are seeing what's happening around them, and they are cutting back on spending that may be discretionary.
You have 4 degrees in the Act of Transportation and Infrastructure, including Oxford University's wonderful infrastructure development and finance effort. Aaron McLaughlin, the congestion tax, do you have an opinion that won't get you in trouble with the general counsel of the conference board?
Well, I know you all were watching outside the windows, as was I, since I'm based here in Midtown Manhattan, and it certainly did ease up it seemed to work. Like anything else, after a while, it would probably have less of an impact. Folks would get, accustomed to sort of paying the fee, but congestion weighs down our economy. So there's both sides to the conversation.